Good afternoon. This is Henry Martin Finger coming to you live on November 27th, 1941, Thanksgiving Day. The Continental Broadcasting Company is pleased to bring you an early sampling of the music and magic of the Christmas season. We will be broadcasting live from the corner of 19th and Avenue M, Hondo, America, bringing you a special holiday parade featuring so many of the musical stars you'll be enjoying this Christmas Eve. This station will broadcast the most eagerly awaited event of the season, the big Christmas broadcast of 1941. Remember, it's only 28 days away as we welcome the season when dreams come true. Sensational sentiments.
With you.
Ah!
So get that wish book out and start making that list so you can get it off to the big man to bring your presents.
Once again and spread some smile all over town and through the country, all we are known. Stars of gray will turn to blue. Let's try to read and see what it brings. If you only try, you'll find you can fly. The holiday's here, so come on and cheer and take Christmas time.
Notes, we have these announcements for this coming Sunday, December 7th, 1941. Sunday school and Bible classes at 9:30 a.m. English service at 10:30 a.m. German service at Newfound at 2 p.m. Luther League at 5:30 p.m. Are you wondering what to do with those Thanksgiving leftovers? We have a recipe from Nell Sanders. She suggests taking the extra dressing and placing it in a large baking dish. Shred your turkey and lay it over the dressing. Ladle whatever gravy you have left on top. Freeze, then defrost and bake at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes on one of those days when you just don't have time to cook. Don't forget, Christmas is just around the corner and I'm sure we all have lots of shopping left to do. In sports news, indications are that a special train to carry the Owls, the Pep Squad, and the football fans to Del Rio next Friday is practically assured, according to F.H. Homig, chairman in charge. A quota of 190 fares must be secured, and a big percentage of this number must be ready or signifying their intention to go. Round-trip tickets are a whopping $1.85. If you're planning on taking advantage of this rate to accompany the Owls on their invasion of an old foe's territory, please notify Mr. and Mrs. Homig at once so final arrangements can be made with the railroad company.
Thank you, Henry Holloway. It's only 28 days till Christmas, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Remember, today is Thanksgiving, a day of remembering all we have to be thankful for. Our country is free from the strife that plagues Europe. We are recovering from the terrible oppression, and many young men are home from their civilian conservation corps camp. Since the time of Lincoln, Our country has paused to give thanks for our bountiful blessings. This is the time that we gather together. Join in with our radio choir. KHON family to yours, here's wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Good evening. For your color, your character, and yes, your colon. Why don't you buy a bunch today? Well, wait, tomorrow, because stores have just closed since it's 5 o'clock on the big KHON clock on a chilly Monday afternoon, December 1st, just 23 days away from the big Christmas broadcast of 1941. Ladies, you're in for a treat now that should satisfy the palate of those hungry for affection. Please welcome the one and only Frankie Cohen. Each day I sit at home, waiting by my telephone, knowing I will be alone once more. Wishing you could be sitting here with me, but it's just a fantasy. Without you, my white Christmas is blue. Snowmen melt in the sun and Christmas cards come with postage too. Without you, Rudolph's nose just won't shine. My needles are dry and reindeer can't fly, and church bells won't chime if you're not mine. But if you were here, I'd hold you so near. There'd be holiday cheer and a happy new year. But you're not, so I'm caught in the spots of the straw. What can I do without you? I'll bid romance adieu. My fire won't burn, and so I just turn and close up the flue. My tinsel has all been tangled, my jingle bells are jangled, my choir leader I strangled without you.
Ladies, if you're just joining in on our broadcast on KHON, we encourage you strongly to find a place to sit down. 4 to 5 doctors have confirmed that Frankie is known to cause hearts to flutter and needs to go weak. So catch your breath, have a seat, and take it away, Frankie.
Without you, my heart's broken in two. Santa Claus isn't fat, Bing Crosby sings flat, and bills are all due. This special day's ordinary, I'll just wait for January, 'cause Christmas won't be merry without you. That special day's ordinary, I'll just wait for January, 'cause Christmas won't be merry without you. close to my heart and never far from my mind. With all my love, James. Some more appetizers of what's to come on the big Christmas broadcast. Let's start off with the beguiling Lindenberg sisters singing that new holiday hit, I'm Wishing You a Merry Christmas.
I'm wishing you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy, Happy, Happy New Year. Time for feeling, jingling, jingling, Chris-ringling. I'm wishing you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy, Happy Year to you through. This very day I'm packed away and sending my sleigh this Christmas wish to you. Hoping you'll not send his list when he checks it twice. 'Tis the season to be kissed. We'll be going mistletoeing. I'm wishing you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy, Happy Year to you through. Look and see beneath the tree a present from me. It's very, very extraordinary. Very, Merry Christmas wish to you.
Thank you, Lindenberg sisters. And now it's time for the old philosopher. It's about 5 until 6. In a few minutes, many of you at home will be sitting down to dinner and tuning into the radio, listening to the continuing story of one man's family. But first, here it is. Christmas 24, I'll be spending alone. Without the woman that I plan to spend every Christmas with. You know, every time I think I'm putting it all behind me, I see something. I see the roses by the kitchen window. Or I see her slippers that the dog chewed up. Or I open my Bible and there's that little white hanky she always used for a bookmark. It all comes back. All the feelings and the sounds. I remember how we used to cuddle on the couch on Christmas Eve. She would start singing, Silent Night. She never could get that second pitch right. Holy night, all is calm. Oh. She left too soon. It still isn't easy, but it has gotten better. I'm a tough pupil, but God has managed to teach me one or two, three things over the last 2 years. You know, I think it's important for us to remember when someone we love leaves our world, there's someone who will never leave us. And at Christmas time, we're celebrating that someone coming into our world. You know, without him, I don't think I would have made it. And that's how it is. Good day.
And his life is in danger. My other son is successful, I think. We never hear from him. I wish I could talk to my mom about this, but she can't answer anymore. My husband is my best friend, but his job may play out at the end of the year. If it wasn't for the ladies on my prayer train, there would be so many days I just couldn't make it. But with their encouragement, I always turn to my Lord, and he lifts me up and turns me to the light.
gentlemen, Miss Ruth Jennings.
Since you've gone away, I found many ways to fill my time. But when daylight fades and I pull the shades, there among the shadows I find I run across you every time I turn around. You're out each window, and I hear you in each sound. You press between the pages of a my favorite book. Your smiles are hung in the hallways. I hear that just like always. You still surprise me every time I turn around. You crowd each room from the ceiling to the ground. You're you turn up everywhere every time I turn around. You always find me every time I turn around. Every time I say prayer, my world will rise. You're still there. You're still with me everywhere. Your touch between the pages in my favorite book. I see your smile on a small boy's face. I see your love every place. See the light breathing through your face. For you still find me every time I turn around. I want to hide and always find you. You lift me up and turn me to every time I turn around. Lord, help me turn to you every time I turn
Barbershop is bringing you sports news. Be sure to stop in at Lackey's. Our shop is air conditioned and we use soft water. The Hondo Little Hoots ran their way to their second victory in a row when they conquered the Divine Colts Tuesday evening by the score of 28-0. The Hoots have not been scored on at all so far. They are coached by Joe William Embry. Their next game will be with Savinow next Thursday. And now, Maxwell House Coffee brings you Earl and Merle. Straight from the hill country of South Texas, with the inside scoop on everything from the birth of cows 2 kids. From the weekend's weather and local hearsay, they will bring a smile to your face and a pep to your step. Please welcome the darlings of Dunley, everyone's favorite sibling personalities, Earl and Merle. Oh, it's so good to be with you and our wonderful listeners this evening. Just such a glorious and beautiful afternoon, isn't it, Merle?
Well, you won't hear any complaining out of me, Earl. Well, in fact, I'm happier than a blue jay with a fresh grub worm in my belly.
Yeah. Why, that's quite graphic, and I would say. You do seem rather chipper. Care to share the reason?
Well, since you asked, I went on a date.
What? A date? Do tell.
Well, our cousin Rufus told me last week that his wife, sister's, cousin's nephew knew a school teacher.
Oh, teacher.
No, Earl, listen, let me finish. She had a niece who had a friend who knows this really nice doctor named Gina Myers.
Doctor. Oh, Gina sounds delightful.
Golly gosh, Earl, will you let me finish, please? Not her either. She has an aunt who knows a lady named Pearl who's moving to the area and looking to meet new people and make some new friends. She's Hondo's new librarian.
A librarian. Named her. Okay, go on.
Well, all I knew about her was she was pretty shy and she kept to herself. So Rufus asked if I could show her around a bit and maybe help Pearl to step out of her shell. These are the jokes. Anyway, Rufus said she loved a good listener and she preferred a man with a little meat on her bones, on my bones. So I just knew where to take her. I knew it.
Okay, then, where did you take her?
To the corn maze, of course.
You took a date to the corn maze. Why did you think that was a good idea?
Well, I figured I could show her how much I have in common with the place. You see, I'm a little husky, and I'm all ears.
We'll rejoin Earl and Merle after a word from Maxwell House Coffee.
Maxwell House is always great. Electromate and demonstrate. Sip or drip or percolate. It's good to the very last drop. Do 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 do. It's good to the very last drop.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special news bulletin. The AP wire services have just reported that the German offensive in Russia has been defeated. Hitler's armies have suffered heavy losses and have been driven out of Moscow by Marshal Rukov. We will keep you updated on further developments. And now we return you to our regular program. Angels we have heard on high, and silent night.
Join the triumph of the
There has been a surprise attack on our naval bases in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by Japan. Not more than 20 minutes ago, over 300 bombers and fighters opened fire on the battleships and destroyers of the American Pacific Fleet harbored there. The first reports indicate that the USS Arizona is completely destroyed. The Oklahoma is capsized, and the Nevada is beached. Other battleships are reportedly on fire. Early casualties are estimated at over 1,000, with more anticipated as the attack continues. It is not known if the Japanese are confining this act of war to Pearl Harbor, or if this is the beginning of an offensive on the continental United States. All air bases in California and Oregon are on emergency alert. Regular programming with the Continental Broadcasting Company is preempted until further notice.
To our world. Why is God letting this happen? God didn't give us easy answers about things like war and death, but what He did give us was Himself. God's always working on dreams. It's just that sometimes they're His. You know, Bethlehem was a lot like our world tonight. Dark, filled with dictators, armies, and a frightening future. Those people had hopes and dreams too, of being free, of seeing their world made right again. And they had been waiting a long time. Some had even been waiting 2,000 years. But God did answer their dreams, just in a way they didn't expect. Not with another ruler or an army, but with a baby. The shepherds and kings, they may not have understood everything when they looked at the Christ child, but they had faith that God's plans were bigger than theirs. I guess we can say that sometimes your dream doesn't come true. So God can make another dream, His dream, come true for everyone. And sometimes it takes a while to see that.
Death toll at Pearl Harbor at over 2,600 servicemen and 600 civilians. We have received reports that the Japanese have attacked Hong Kong, the Philippines, Guam, and Wake Island. The West Coast has been asked to keep their lights off again tonight. Meanwhile, in the European theater, German armies continue to occupy sections of southern France.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is an excerpt of President Roosevelt's address to Congress from earlier today.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. In addition, American ships have been reported torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu. I I believe that I interpret the will of the Congress and of the people when I assert that we will not only defend ourselves to the uttermost, but will make it very certain that this form of treachery shall never again endanger us. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Continental Broadcasting Company wishes to announce that due to the current national emergency, the big Christmas broadcast will not be aired on Christmas Eve. Instead, it will be broadcast tonight. Every star scheduled to appear is gathered in our studio right now. Some had to travel halfway across the country to be here with only one thought: to help bring Christmas into your home and to pray that peace may come to our world again.
Hope is just around the corner.
Fear is locked outside the door.
Whatever our fate together will take, whatever daybreak may have in store, make it face into tomorrow. Doubt has faded with the night. Despair will be gone as we jump to the dawn and find that Christmas time. Christmas time, we'll find that Christmas time. Light
Excuse us, we are having technical difficulties. Fortunately, we have a pianist with us here in the studio. And a crack pianist she is at that. Lights, maestro.
the sing. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail. With peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Till rain singing on its way, the world revolves from night to day. A voice, a child, a chance of mine, a peace on earth, goodwill to men. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare improve. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let endless hope implore. For fields and floods, on seas and plains, ringing the sounding joy, ringing the sounding joy, ringing the sounding joy. Heroes of love with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of His righteousness, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love. Joy to the world, peace to the world, hope to the world. And
Nossa, meu Deus.
Gravar, qual?